together. They got 30 years of obvious, solid wrestling knowledge. The way, Michael, the way you pinned that man just now, you were fantastic.
It was nothing, thank you. I just would like to say, Gordon Soley, for those out there that aren't brain surgeons, take a minute to think about it. That was not an elimination tag. What would have happened if we'd have got rid of the other two first before we got to Jimmy Jones? That's something that Robert Fuller has to think about. That's something that Stan Frazier and I promise. And when I make a promise and they make a promise, we keep it. DiBiase, let me tell you something, boy. You know what we've done before. You push us too far, and we will do it again. And I am sadly afraid that you have pushed us too far.
Well, may I just take a moment, if I may, to talk a little bit about Georgia Tag Team Champions. And once again, you hear the music that signifies and denotes their presence. But a lot of people are very, very distressed about this combination.
You know something, Gordon Soley? At this time, I'd like to wish all our family and our few friends that we have around the country a Merry Christmas. Because, you know, this is supposed to be a joyful and happy occasion, happy time of the year. But I have to admit that I am not that happy right now. I do not feel that well. As a matter of fact, I'm disturbed, and I'll tell you why. When we first started this thing with Terry and I, and we whooped people in Tennessee, they said you can't do it in Georgia. We went on and we whooped people in Kentucky, and they said you can't do it in Georgia. Then we picked up Buddy in Mississippi and Louisiana and broke every attendance record that they ever had there for years and years, including the Louisiana Superdome, and they said you can't do it in Georgia. So what did we do? We packed up our things and we came to Georgia. And the first thing we did was beat Wrestling 1 and 2 for the Georgia Tag Team title. And one of the reasons Wrestling 2 retired. We ran Austin Idol out of here as quick as he came in. And then we beat all the top teams in the country to become the national tag champions. And what do we get for it? Nothing. Not one bit of respect. When we walk in the arenas, you can't even get our names right. It's not Jailbirds, it's Freebirds. And my name is Michael, and it is not Michelle. Michael happens to be the top name for men in the country today. It's the #1 name. And let me tell you something, baby, I am all man. I am 240 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. And for anybody to think otherwise humiliates me, and it makes me mad. But you know the whole reason for this is because they're all jealous of the way I look. Look, it's not my fault that I have beautiful hair or a beautiful face or a sensuous body. It's not my fault when your women lay down at night to sleep that they have me on their mind and wake up in the morning with me. And it is not my fault for the things that happen.
Well, let me just say something right here. You know, you're doing all of this talking. However, you do all the talking, they do all the wrestling. Every time I see you, you're either jumping in the ring illegally, you're never there by yourself.
Now, wait a minute. Now, that's what gets me mad. People are saying that I don't live up to my third of the fabulous Freebirds, right? Well, you've been out here hammering and clattering for weeks and weeks that Ted DiBiase is the #1 guy to take Harley Race's belt. All the sports writers, all the critics, right? Am I right? I'll tell you what. If he's got any guts and he's got any confidence in his national title, I will wrestle him right here on TV today in a single match, DiBiase, and beat you and humiliate you and start an elimination.
Well, all right. We'll find out about that, I feel very sure.